This is a short excerpt from a TED Talk by the renowned psychologist Paul Bloom.
And how you think about what you're experiencing, your beliefs about the essence of it, affect how it hurts. One lovely experiment was done by Kurt Gray and Dan Wegner. What they did was they hooked up Harvard undergraduates to an electric shock machine, and they gave them a series of painful electric shocks. So there's a series of 5 painful shocks. Half of them are told that they're being given the shocks by somebody in another room. But the person in another room doesn't know they're giving them shocks. There's no malevolent, they're just pressing a button. The first shock is recorded as very painful. The second shock feels less painful because you get a bit used to it. The third drops to fourth and the fifth. The pain gets less. In the other condition, they're told that the person in the next room is shocking them on purpose, knows they're shocking them. The first shock hurts like hell. The second shock hurts just as much, and the third and the fourth and the fifth. It hurts more if you believe somebody is doing it to you on purpose. The most extreme example of this is that in some cases, pain under the right circumstances can transform into pleasure. Humans have this extraordinarily interesting property that will often seek out low-level doses of pain in controlled circumstances and take pleasure from it, as in the eating of hot chili peppers and roller coaster rides. The point was nicely summarized by the poet John Milton, who wrote, "The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven." And I'll end with that. Thank you.
Mind interprets experience through its own lens. When the mind chooses to interpret pain as pleasure, it will perceive it that way. Similarly, if the mind decides to interpret pain as greater suffering, that will be its experience. You are vulnerable to the interpretations of your mind. You're at the mercy of your mind. Think about the analogy. Why does the mind see pain in an insect bite? And why does the mind see pleasure in a love bite? Consider this analogy. Delve back into the laboratory of your own life and observe this very experience. Notice the pounding heart, the flush of heat, sensations strikingly similar during the throes of panic and the peak of sexual arousal. Yet the mind actively chooses to interpret one as profound discomfort, even fear, and the other as intense pleasure. This begs the question, is sex inherently pleasurable, or is its allure amplified, perhaps even fabricated, by the mind's interpretation? And further, are you inflicting a form of self-punishment under the guise of sexual experience?